So the one thing that I always talk about, of course, is construction. And you want to always protect yourself. It doesn't matter what builder you go to. It doesn't matter, who works there, or, whatever it might be, or how you feel about it. The more eyes looking at your house, the better, okay? And it is always the most important part of the process, okay? So you don't ever want to neglect it, because when you neglect stuff like that, it can come back. It can come back to haunt you. And when it haunts you, it's going to haunt you in the way of a lot of money. It could be hundreds of dollars, but it could also be tens of thousands of dollars. Because if you have to rip siding off of a house, or heaven forbid, crack open your foundation, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So one of the most unique ways that I help my customers is by using my background as a home inspector who's taken many additional courses, additional training, additional certifications. You could check out my homepage to see some of them at my website, richnotahomes.com. But I use that to help my customers from start to finish with the build process, and that's something that most other realtors can't do, because as a realtor myself, and after going through the realtor training, there's nothing about building a home from start to finish. So you always have to consider that, and you always want to keep that in mind, because it is really important. Because again, all those defects after you close, they're going to be on you in some way, shape, or form. And if we work together, we can help to minimize those defects and maybe prevent them. We'll prevent most of them. That's the idea, you want to reduce them. So let's go inside and take a look at this house called Magnolia. Oh, I'm getting sprinklered. Sprinkler mist got behind my glasses. Yeah, Magnolia's a nice looking house. It's a big house, you could see. So down the hill where that farm is, where there's all those animals and that little donkey that was looking out, I think it's somebody's house. I don't think it's like a petting zoo. Because if it was a petting zoo, I probably would have stopped. I would have stopped making videos and went over there for a bit. But instead, I'm making videos and I'm in the crunchy section at oakview-in-apopka-fl-landsea. And to be quite honest, I don't know if I'm close to Zellwood or if I'm still in Apopka right now. So I'm gonna have to look that up. But I'm in the crunchy section, and I'll probably go outside the fence to show you this house after we do the inside. So let's go in and check this out. It's called the Magnolia. The Magnolia. Trying to get the camera lined up. Are we lined up? Yeah, so we'll go in and we'll have a better look at this after I come back out. Well, maybe I'll just do the intro last and put it first. That's probably easier. All right. Hot day in Florida. So let's see. So when we first walk in, this is what we see. It's a sales office. And okay, so there's a bedroom. Bedroom and a bathroom. So you typically Yeah, this is great already. I like this already because if you've been watching my videos, you know, bedroom on the first floor, or at least something that can be a bedroom, and a full bathroom, meaning you have at the very least a shower or a bathtub shower. You got your toilet, your sink, so call it an ensuite, call it a second master bedroom or a mini master, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you happy. That's what it is. So let's see, this is kind of interesting. Now here we have a half bath as well. So, got a nice big living room. Nice big living room and dining room and kitchen. Now again, if you've been watching these videos, you know I'm not a big fan of these rectangle rooms. But it is what it is. Just because I feel like it's too much in a row. But some people love them. And it has to be right for you. And this lanai is fantastic. Look at the size of this lanai. Big and beautiful. So it's really this table that doesn't do it for me in a room like this. I mean, the table has to go somewhere, but if you don't need a table, because you have this big island, then it's fantastic. Oh, there's a big pantry. Look at this. Yeah, so there's pantry behind the door, shelving to the right and to the left, and in here, what is it, storage under the stairs? Yeah, mini storage under the stairs. That's nice. You can see you got the 42-inch cabinets, you got the larger cabinets, and remember, 4 shelves. If it's 4 shelves, you got the larger. If it's 3, that's the standard size. That comes with every house, the 3 shelf. The 4 is usually upgrade. Sometimes the builder might include it, but usually it's an upgrade. Okay, so again on the right, this over here is the sales office. So that's going to be your garage. Now, let's go up to the second floor, and I like that there's a landing here. That's nice. Because it's actually a good amount of steps as is. Now, if it was a straight run, that might be a bit difficult for some people. Of course, at my age, I'm feeling like it's getting difficult for me now. So, big loft. Yeah, nice size loft, nice and big. Feels good, and I like this over here. So let's see, let's go right. I like these. Alright, let's see, what do we have? What do we have? Architectural shingles on the roof. That's nice to see. Yeah, these things are pretty nice, I like that. So, this bedroom has a nice feel about it just because of this little bit of a hallway here. Like a walkway. I'm going to continue right. Let's see, what do we have here? Towel closet. And this sounds like HVAC closet. Yep, HVAC. And, oh, wow. That's nice. It seems like the wallpaper thing is coming back. I'm noticing this at more than one builder. I like the shower frame. Looks nice. Different. Yeah, solid feeling. Solid door. Definitely an upgrade, I would think. It might not be, but it usually is. It's a big towel closet, and let's see, what do we have? Oh, a toilet in the closet room. But at least there's some space in this toilet in the closet. It's not completely cramped. So again, master bedroom was here, and now we're going right. And we'll go right again. Well, that's nice. I like the lights too. Very nice. Bathtub. And laundry room. So some extra space, as you can see to the left. And you know, these are always upgrades. And again, remember I said the 3 shelves? That's it. That's 3. But typically, you know, any kind of cabinets in laundry rooms are upgrades. This is a big room. Wow. Oh, walk-in closet. Look at this. Is there a light switch on the outside? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Walk-in closet. Let's take a peek back in the closet. I think I moved too quickly. Yeah, this is a nice room. Very spacious feeling. And you know, having that cove over there is nice because there's really 2 things that you could do with it, right? They put the furniture in there, but if you had like a twin bed, you could put the headboard in there, and then if the headboard is over here up against the wall, right? It's up against the wall, and then if you can picture, the bed would probably stick out to like where the outlet is, so you would still have, you know, a lot of space. That's a nice room. Then look at the loft. So it looks like another nice house from Landsea. I typically like a lot of their floor plans. And you know, Landsea used to be Hanover family builders. They bought them. So a lot of those floor plans are carried over. And I believe they have some of their own too. But yeah, very nice floor plan. It feels very different. I like the loft. I mean, everything about it feels pretty good. And it had this bedroom over here, which was really nice. And I really like that. Front porch is okay too. It's kind of nice. Small, but you could sit outside. Prior to being a realtor, I purchased a house without a realtor and then with a realtor who had no construction training, no construction certification. And I can tell you that it's extremely important to have a realtor with construction certification. Here's how to get my service paid for by the builder, free to you. Please contact me first before you contact any home builder. When you contact a home builder first, you may lose your paid for by the builder realtor representation. If you email them, call them, text them, go to the sales office, walk the models, anything that they can match up at the time of contract, they may say you cannot use a realtor. Please don't contact the builder and ask what their policies are either, because that would be your first contact. You see how this works? When I went to purchase my first house, I was given terrible advice. Everybody told me I had to pay for a realtor, which is just not true. I had no realtor and it was terrible. From start to finish, it was exhausting. I was treated poorly at sales offices, and after I signed my contract, the salesperson basically vanished on me. It was just a terrible experience. When I purchased my second house, house, I knew I needed a realtor, so I started searching. I encountered top sellers who seemed impressive, but they were just high pressure sales. They were telling me to go to the builder, tell them I'm your realtor. When you pick out the house you want, contact me and I'll come down and help you. They would show me 2 homes, 3 homes, ask me which one do I want to buy. Many of them couldn't even respond properly to an email, which is much like when I help my buyers to find resale homes. Many of the realtors that are selling these homes, it's like they don't even read what you wrote. So my realtor ended up being a new realtor. He was loyal. He went with me to like 20 builders that I picked out. He wasn't selling me out to sales associates. He wasn't selling me out to other realtors. He wasn't selling me out to resale home sellers. He was no doubt on my side. So like most realtors, the realtor that I picked had no construction training, no certification. At the time, I didn't even consider it. As we went from house to house with new construction, with resales, there were times I had questions and he didn't know, or he was kind of guessing, and he would at least tell me he's just guessing. The information that I received was incorrect. I realized that home inspectors are there to look over a house and find issues with them. But let's face it, the home inspector is with you for 2 hours, 3 hours looking at the house that you're interested in buying. Your realtor is with you, if the realtor is a good realtor, for potentially 6 months, 12 months while a new construction house is being built. Your realtor is going to be the one that's going to be there with you when you're dealing with rude, obnoxious construction managers that are lying to you when the home is built incorrectly, and they just want you to just go away. They want you to just sign, say the house is okay, or it's going to be passed off the warranty, and that's it. So having a realtor without construction background is not a good idea. And if I was going to be buying a house in another state, even though I have a home inspector's license and I am trained, I would still want to find a realtor that is construction trained, because the more eyes, the better. Everybody's going to spot something different. Just some quick tips, just want you to understand that. I believe in a comprehensive realtor service where I could answer and guide and look at home inspection reports and have an understanding of what's going on and how to help my buyers best. Thanks for watching this. Back to the video.